So I have a one-page piece of paper, because I'm limited to 3 minutes. I've been known to go on in classes 2 hours beyond the point, and people would actually listen to me. Again, I want to thank Josh, thank Steve, thank the committee, and thank everyone for this wonderful, wonderful honor. The City University of New York epitomizes to me the words opportunity and meritocracy. And my 53 years of CUNY experience bring these words to life. In 1971, as a first-generation college graduate in history and teacher preparation, and completing 4 years as an Air Force intelligence officer and Vietnam veteran, I was accepted into the City College Psychology Master's Program. With high school teaching jobs filled, I was planning to retrain as a guidance counselor. But when I joined the laboratory of Dr. Saul Steiner and Steve Ellman up at City, I suddenly realized at the age of 25 what I wanted to do when I grew up: behavioral neuroscience. So I worked with great fellow students, a guy named Bob Ackerman, who did his career at UCLA and University of Alabama in Birmingham, and Jeff Halperin, who is the kid in the lab, an undergraduate, and is retired as a distinguished professor at City University of New York. And I completed my dissertation and then did a postdoctoral fellowship at Columbia from 1976 to 1979 with Dr. Murray Glussman. Unbelievable person. This is a guy who survived the Bataan Death March and the Tokyo fire bombings as a young medical professional. And Dennis Kelly, who died far too early. He was the president of the New York Academy of Science in 1990. Within 1 month, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and unfortunately passed. But those two people redirected my research out of reward and into analgesic pain inhibitory mechanisms. So I'm always thankful for that. Also, very, very important thing in my sojourn at Columbia was my meeting and joining with the most important person in my life, my wife, Carol Greenman. So in fall 1979, I began my academic career in the psychology department at Queens and joined the neuropsychology doctoral subprogram at the Graduate Center. I started teaching my neuroanatomy course that has been mentioned a couple of times here, and continue to do it even in this past year. In fact, I'm doing an undergraduate version in the fall. God bless those poor people. But anyway, I opened my research lab immediately, attracting eager graduate and undergraduate students. Two of the people that happened to walk through my door was a guy by the name of Jeff Gordauer and a guy by the name of Don Simone. You can go and look them up and see the incredible careers that they have had. So I'm just totally blessed. And also, in those first 20 years, before becoming chair and hiring people like Josh and whatever, I had a wonderful, wonderful colleague named Tom Frumkes, who was basically the walking and talking psychology professor equivalent of Fred Flintstone. But an incredible, incredible scientist. I patterned the structure of my lab on the experience I had in the Air Force, which is basically a chain of command kind of way. And doing that, I was able, over the last 45 years, to produce 37 PhDs, over 25 master's theses, and over 150 undergraduate honors things, where we basically all shared co-authorships on now over 330 peer-reviewed publications. And I was gratefully supported by both external NIH and NSF grants, as well as a variety of internal CUNY grants. And again, always following what Josh basically said, do the art of the doable. That's what I tried to do at CUNY. So 14 of my doctoral students have subsequently moved on to academic positions. 10 attained clinical neuropsychology and clinical positions. 5 attained medical school and research institute positions, and 6 attained pharmaceutical and biotechnology positions. Many of my undergraduates went on to careers in medical, biotechnology, and legal fields. But the major thing about doing research and whatever is the wonderful thing of collaboration, not only with my students, but with other professional colleagues, particularly Dr. Gavril Pasternak, who was at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, and Dr. Tony Sclafani, who is a distinguished professor at Brooklyn College. With both of them, I've collaborated over 40 articles in each with one of them. Also, my academic and family lives informed each other with the 2 other loves of my life. My son, Nick, who's back there right now, and my other son, Danny. So raising 2 children and teaching at the same time really gave me an awful lot of information. My teaching and research were accompanied by 31 years of administration. So it was 6 years as neuropsychology doctoral subprogram head, then 10 years as psychology department chairperson, then 8 years as dean of research and graduate studies, and then 7 years, I know with a number of people in this room, as in the EO of the psychology doctoral program. Boy, was I happy when I stepped down from there. But in any case, I finished that at the end of June 2023. But my 10 years as chair allowed me to hire 18 psychology faculty, including neuropsychologist Nancy Foldy, Josh Brumberg, our new GC president, hopefully, Dr. Alicia Alvaro, our CUNY Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, the Hunter Distinguished Professor Sarit Golub, and such fellow members as Robert Rinaldi, Carolyn Pitta, Claudia Lermau, and Justin Storbeck. I am also fortunate to have current colleagues like Jim Fan, Yoko Nomura, Jeff Dealer, Veronica Hinton, and now most recently, one of my former graduate students, Joe Cataldo, is now my colleague. So I close with opportunity and meritocracy, meaningful words and a wonderful career and family life, allowing me to pay it forward. Thank you.